This is my Mintbox mini computer. As you can see, it's quite small. It's a little over 4 inches wide, or 110 millimeters, about 3.5 inches or 85 millimeters deep. That's from front to back, and around 30 millimeters or 1.25 inches in height. You plug your monitor, your keyboard, your mouse and so forth, just like a normal computer, and everything's coming out of that little green box. It's got a quad-core processor that runs at about 1 gigahertz and boosts up to 1.6. The unit's passively cooled, meaning there are no fans. All the heat's just dissipated through the aluminium chassis. It also has 8 gigabytes of RAM and 120 gigabyte mSATA SSD inside, which is the hard drive for the unit. And that's what we're going to remove and make a complete image backup file of the entire drive, the entire 120 gigabytes, in this video. We turn the unit over and we remove these screws in the corner, and that will allow us to take out the little mSATA drive inside. We remove these 2 screws on the end of the mSATA drive, and then it springs up, as you can see here, and then we can just slide it out. As you can see, I have an mSATA to SATA converter card. It has SATA connectors like any SATA drive on one end, and the little mSATA just goes down into this little socket, at which point it basically becomes just a normal SATA drive. You could stick that in your laptop or in your computer. As I say, I could plug that into the computer at this point, but I have a little cable here that goes from SATA to USB, and I'm going to use that. That'll save me having to dismantle the computer and put it inside. And there you go. Now we've effectively got a USB external hard drive. As you can see, it's got USB 3 given away by the blue inside the connector there. So we'll plug it in and then we'll jump on the computer and have a look at it from there. And here we are on the computer. This is GNOME discs, or GNOME discs, or just discs, whatever you want to call it. And you can see on the left, 120 gigabyte disc, Samsung SSD, 850 EVO, mSATA. So that's the drive. If any partitions are mounted or active, we can unmount them or deactivate them with this button over here on the left. Once we've done that, we go to the hamburger style menu in the top right hand corner and we select Create Disk Image. Here you can see I've selected the folder I'm going to save it into, and I'm giving it a name that means something that I can understand later on. Then we press Start Creating. You may get asked for your password, so put that in and you should be good to go. See the progress bar up near the top. We can see it's almost complete and we're done. We'll go and have a look at the file now. And there you can see the file. You notice it ends with .img, so it's an image file. And here we can see it's 120 gigabytes in size. Now I've got a complete disk image backup of the entire contents of that particular computer. It's like a snapshot on this date and time. So if anything goes wrong with it in the future, I can restore that and I'm back up and running.